Alright, so today I want to show you guys how you can use some machine learning models within Nuke. So Nuke actually has a system in which you can bring in open source machine learning models and use that to do certain effects on your COM. So the one that we want to look at today is just for basic roto or human matting. So to get started, we want to look for this 𝗁 icon. Now, I'm on Nuke 15. I think you need to be on Nuke 13 and above for this to work. So let's go click on 𝗁. Now, I have gone ahead and installed all of it, but if you don't see anything here, all you have to do is hit go to 𝗁, and you'll open your browser and it will bring you to this location. Okay, so the URL is community.foundry.com/𝗁. You can even just search for this online and you'll find it. So here you have all the different machine learning models. The one that we are interested in is this one, ModNet. And there are also different categories, and it's the way it's organized. So let's click on this one. So you can clearly see there's a footage or image sequence here, and then there's a alpha there. All right. And there's also a video. You can see a preview. And you can see the alpha there. Now, obviously, it's not able to separate person A from B, but for our purposes, this should work fine. Is this good for final roto? No, but it's really good for core roto actually. So it's going to be in a zip file, and just hit download. Now it will ask you to sign in. I've already signed in, so I'm just going to hit agree, and it's just going to download the file. Now I'm going to go in and open this in my downloads folder. So I have ModNet. Okay, I'm just going to delete this once here. Okay, so if you have that, then all you have to do is just extract this file out, and it should come as a 𝗁 folder. And in the 𝗁 folder, you'll see the ModNet, and then everything to do with the ModNet, including you can see a gizmo, and there's also a menu that will be constructed. So all you have to do is just cut this and paste it in your .nuke folder. So where is my .nuke folder on Windows? So I'm going to go to my PC, C drive, users, guns, .nuke, and then paste it. Now, if you don't see a .nuke folder, it's most likely the folder is hidden. You can always go to view and choose this option, hidden files, and just paste it in the root directory of the .nuke folder, as you can see here. And I also have all the others here. But once you install this, you don't actually have to restart Nuke. You just have to go to the same 𝗁 icon and just hit update. And then Nuke will detect if there's any machine learning models in your .nuke folder, and it will immediately update. Okay, so in my case, what we want to look for is this ModNet. And I'm going to plug this in. Okay, this sequence is 1,000 frames long. I'm just going to plug this in, and immediately okay, you see an error, and the reason is because I was in proxy mode, and for some reason when you're in proxy mode this doesn't work well. So if you go out of proxy, then you can see that it computes the alpha for you. So just take note, sometimes with the proxy mode on, it might error out. And the only options here are like use GPU and what color space you have. In my case, I said it's defaulted the linear, resize to input for best result. Yeah, you need to have that on. You don't actually have to switch this one on if you have enough RAM in your computer. Okay, so thing to take note is like you can see this kind of fuzziness going on. All of this can be more or less gotten rid of by either dropping a gamma node and just kind of shrinking the alpha, the rate channel in this case, or you can use any sort of erode to kind of just shrink this. Now this is set to alpha, but this is actually in the rate channel. And you can see that it's actually shrinking or expanding the alpha. Okay, so how do we actually just get this into the shot, right? So I'm just going to hold down Control to do some organization. Just click on the diamonds to get the dot node. Now that I have this, I'm going to hit copy. So K for copy node. And we are going to go in here and set this to the red channel. So the red channel is now becoming this alpha channel. And if we press M, you can see how well this performs. Now notice there's a slight misalignment, and that's because I reformatted the plate. So just have to make sure that this comes from there. And now you can see it's precise matting going on. I'll just crop this data. Okay, so there we go. Okay, maybe if you want to actually do a bit of comparison how it looks, what we can do is, since we already have this information in the alpha channel, we could just pre-multiply this. So we just matted out the guy, merge over a checkerboard, so we get rid of the center line, reduce by 32 the size, and then A over B this. Okay, just get rid of the M. Okay, so that's what we have. I'm just going to press the G key to grade my background down so I can kind of see the edges more clearly. And so here what we will do is just put a crop node, and I'm just going to reduce my width by 2. So 1920 divided by 2. Okay, I'm just going to disable this node first. I'm just going to move this roughly to the center of this guy. Maybe just crop in a little bit more. Maybe also there. Okay. Okay, maybe also about there. Okay, once we do that, enable the crop node and just reformat. And then I'm just going to Alt-K this, just clone this for temporarily, and put this over here. So where the alpha is. And then we just put a layer copy contact sheet actually. So contact sheet node, we set this to 1. We set this to 2. So here I'll just put 1920 by 1080. 1 row, 2 columns. Center this, and maybe just give it a bit of a gap, like, I don't know, 25 pixels all around, or maybe 50 pixels. And then I can press, press H. And now you can see how good the matting is, or how bad. And remember, like I said, if you see all this fuzziness, you can always go and say, if I just do a bit of color correction before I pass that data, so I can just put in, say, maybe a grade node, just decrease the gamma in the, remember this is in the red channel, so you can just use this because this stream is only converting the data to alpha anyway. So you can see I'm eroding it in. So some parts work well, some parts not so well. And you know, if I were to just skip ahead, you will start to see where it's actually doing a good job and where it's not doing such a great job. And if you press M, you can see the alpha overlay, but this one doesn't have the correct alpha. So to kind of correct this, I'll just put a copy note here, and I can just actually copy the alpha from the stream here. So there we go. You can see the alpha for both now. And so where the modnet will probably have some issues is going to be in like the finger areas. You can see that a bit of the background pixels are peeking through. All right, but for a slab comp, this is pretty fast. All right. And also, who knows, you know, you could just shrink the alpha down and just keep this as your core roto shape, and then just go in and do the edges. So that's it.